The job was never yours to win. Most hires are decided before you even apply, not because you're not qualified, not because your resume isn't good enough, but because hiring isn't a merit based system. It's a power based system, and we are told the wrong story. And once you see that, a lot of your failures, are they failures, start to make sense. Have you ever felt like you did everything right and still got rejected? Okay, I am not saying something here you haven't seen because I have seen it too. I remember applying to this job after I graduated from university. I knew the other top candidate. We had really similar backgrounds, similar experience, except I had actually worked inside this company. I had been there all through my undergrad working in customer service. My performance was strong. I didn't get the job. The person I did, he was the nephew of the CMO. Go figure. And here's the point. There was nothing I could have done to my resume to change that outcome. Not one bullet point, not one interview answer, because the decision wasn't being made on merit alone. The decision was being made inside a power structure I just wasn't a part of. And you've seen this. Watched people get roles they weren't the best fit for. You've seen opportunities go to people with the right connections. You've seen decisions that didn't fully make sense. They probably didn't. And you were told to just keep improving. So you go back and optimize everything. Your resume, your answers, your confidence. You prepare more, you work harder, and sometimes it helps. But a lot of the time, it doesn't change the outcome, especially if the system is rigged in someone else's favor. Because you're solving for the wrong problem. You think you're being evaluated on performance, but you're actually being evaluated on how you're perceived, where you sit, and how much trust or risk people associate with you. And once that perception is set, it's really hard to change. So let's make this simple. Two candidates, same experience, same skills. One gets labeled high potential, the other gets labeled not quite there yet. From that moment on, everything shifts. One gets visibility, the other gets feedback. One gets opportunities, the other gets keep developing. Same effort, completely different trajectory. And here's the uncomfortable part, because that wasn't uncomfortable enough. Once you're in the second category, working harder doesn't necessarily fix it. It just makes you a high performing version of the same perception. This is also why a lot of career advice feels like it should work, but it doesn't fully move you forward because most of it is focus on optimization, not repositioning. Career advice on the internet is not it. It's too simple, but we like simple. It's too tactical, and we like tactical. We want the checklist. It's not that easy. Career coaching and these programs that we can buy online are problematic because it's not just about what they know, these coaches know, it's about incentives. Most of these programs are designed to make you feel good about yourself, see progress, get that nice little list that makes you feel like you're getting somewhere. This career advice is designed to make you feel like it's working because that's what drives referrals, testimonials, and repeat clients. But the feedback that actually changes outcomes, it doesn't feel good. It sounds like you're not positioned clearly. You're aiming above your current leverage. You're not being seen the way you think you are. You're not going to win because you don't have a connection inside the company. That kind of feedback can sometimes be hard to receive and create friction. So a lot of the programs and advice we see online stays in that safe zone. And the safe zone sounds like wear a navy suit, not a black one. Polish your resume, refine your answers, build confidence, work on your mindset. And all those things matter, but they don't change the way the market sees you. And to be fair, it's not about bad intent. It's about how that model works. If your business depends on people liking the experience, you're less likely to challenge them in a way that risks losing them. So again, you're getting advice, you're getting tactics and frameworks, but not the kind that actually changes your position. And the thing with a lot of the advice we see is they're working to answer the wrong question. The real question isn't how do I get better? It's how do I change how I'm perceived and where I compete? Because once that changes, the same effort is going to produce different results. You're not competing for the job. Sometimes you're competing for permission to even be considered. And if you're stuck right now, it's probably not because you're not working hard enough or you didn't go through and fully optimize the bullet points on your resume. It's about something bigger than that. It's because something about how you're positioned isn't working in your favor. Hell, and the other thing that we don't hear people share when they're giving this advice and these super helpful frameworks is how the way you look could be getting you screened out of the process. The way you sound could be getting you screened out of the process. And a lot of that we can't do anything about. You can't optimize your resume for a company that likes to hire only thin people if you're overweight. It just is. And this isn't about not respecting the advice or applying or doing our best with those tactical pieces of information, because we should do that. We should try to control everything that we can control in the process. But we are seriously disillusioned if we think that the reason we can't get hired is wholly because we didn't fully optimize our resume or we had a freaking objective statement instead of a professional summary. It's not that simple. It's much bigger than that. But thinking bigger than that requires more effort. You can't like chat GPT your way through some of this shit. It requires reflection and a real honest look at ourselves and like the world that we're trying to be a part of. Because most of the advice is really designed to keep you comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to give a testimonial and you're not going to come back when you need help again. It's not really designed to help you move forward. And I don't know if this is a reflection of the people offering the advice or not, but I do know that it's not going to help you move forward. And that's how work really works.